Welcome to NRI News 24x7. This is Rizwan Syed, your host. Today we bring to you Dr. Mulay, who is the honorary advisor with Silver Edge Utopian Private Limited. Very recently, Silver Edge Utopian Private Limited had organized an award event to recognize and give out awards to Indians and Indians living outside India. This was a global event, and it was very successfully executed under the strong leadership of Penal and Dr. Mulay. Namaskar, Dr. Mulay, and welcome to this conversation.
Namaskar.
I'm fine. And I hope you're doing well. We are just coming out of this pandemic, and there's lots of work to do for everyone. And absolutely. I believe your event was also timed very well, because this is the time we all can reach out to each other. We really need to reach out right now after staying in home isolation for so long. So,
absolutely.
So Dr. Mulay, you are the honorary advisor with the Silver Edge Utopian Private Limited. So how did you get to connect with Penal, and how did you contribute to execution and planning of this event?
Well, I think, as you perhaps know, that I have spent about 36 years of my life in the Indian Foreign Service. And being a diplomat, I have been able to develop a very good network all over the world of people who are involved in social work, cultural work, economic work, philanthropic work. So I consider that is, having so many people around is a true asset in my life. And it also means that connect them to as many people as possible. About friendships and relationships, if they're not used appropriately for good cause, then they wither away.
Yeah.
They become junk.
Absolutely.
Or they become rusted. So my mission throughout my life has been spread the goodwill through friends and enlarge the network of goodwill, and create an alliance of good, so that we can all, every person on this planet can really have a positive life, happy life, because ultimately it's not very important in my view to be very, very wealthy or rich. If you're not healthy, happy, and you're not feeling that you're part of this, planet.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore I have started a movement called Movement of Positivity.
Okay.
Movement of Positivity is to bring good people together, good organizations together, good society and communities together. So in that process, I do come in touch with many organizations and individuals who are generally involved in, work that is related to well-being of people, other people. So Silver Edge Utopian was one such organization which I came in touch with about 4 or 5 years back, when we were doing the work for the sanitary pad, spread of sanitary. And it began there. We had a big function, an event in Delhi to promote sanitary pad, because that time I think this movie Padman had just come, and it was the right time for us to pick up the thread. And we therefore, and we established many places where we could distribute, dispose of sanitary pads after their use and things like that. So that's how we got connected through work.
Okay.
And that's, as I said, that's my passion also. And under this Movement of Positivity, we have more than 150 organizations, small and big, and thousands of individuals who are now connected. And the main foundation is preserving the constitutional values of justice, equality, and freedom for every person, all the time, everywhere. That is, a kind of motto that we have. And under this, what the work Penal is doing fits in very well. And I've seen her passion, I've seen her devotion, I've seen her hard work. And anybody who is struggling like that, is the right person to whom one must support. So that is how really we came together. We met, organize a big event in Delhi also.
Dr. Mulay, it's really good to know that, you're caring so much for the well-being and equality of the mankind. And doing this, you're connecting Indians who are placed globally back with India. This is a real good work. And so, this said, how are you looking at, doing more collaborations with Penal and her company?
Yeah, in the last event that was there a few days back, I did suggest her names from across the world,
right,
who are doing extraordinary work, particularly women. Those who have worked very hard in during pandemic times.
Okay.
Helping others with, medicines, oxygen, concentrator, gloves, what we call medical, the clothes that, the medical purpose people use. And that is how, I was able to give her lots of names from different continents.
Okay.
So obviously she had to then further screen them, connect with them, see their work, and select them for this award.
Okay.
And somehow I do know that people who get connected with me are having some kind of a positive spirit towards life. They may not be all in the same cause or in the same kind of work, but they are all, I know, are possessed with positive qualities and positivity. And they all wish good for our earth and planet and the people. So these people get attracted to me, and I get attracted to them. It's I think, law of attraction, that plays a role in all this.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, are you looking at any specific, collaborating with Penal and a company for any specific events in the near future?
Yeah, we will see. Recently, we started another initiative where I certainly would like to take her help. This initiative is called RADIO, REDIO,
Okay.
Rescuing Every Distressed Indian Overseas.
Okay.
The idea is really, we all know about the glorious life that people project when they go abroad or want to go abroad, or they are there also.
Right.
But we must know that there are lots of underdogs, a lot of people who go and are involved in manual work. They do menial jobs at the airport, sweeper, for example, as women go as maids, bar girls, receptionists, ayahs, nurses, and they rampant, and there is a trafficking of children, women, as well as labor.
Right.
So it's our duty, I think, to really look after these people. And government can do only this much. Beyond that, I think it's the civil society which is in particular those people who are otherwise empowered and are well placed. They have a responsibility. We cannot forget just because we are abroad or we have a good life ourselves. So the idea was to work for these people who are exploited, trafficked, defrauded, cheated. Sometimes they go for jail terms abroad. They're sentenced, and there's nobody to look after, nobody to contact with. So we intend to provide some basic information, basic facilities, and funding also, so that the objective is 3 R's: rescue, return, and rehabilitate. And we did this work during the recent Ukraine crisis, when our students were stuck there.
Right.
We were the first under this initiative to create a database of 5,000 students.
That's amazing.
And then we shared that data with the government of India as well as with embassies. I'm sure they must have used it, for identifying them or locating them or bringing them back. And we channeled all the official authorized information to these students through a large number of WhatsApp groups that we had established for these 5,000 students.
Okay.
So, absolutely, I think people, whether they acknowledge or not, this is the spirit of volunteerism that we would like to promote in society. So that is where I would like Pinal's organization to also join. And while initially this is work related to well-being, uh, effectively it should move towards empowerment. Under the movement of positivity also, we have network of 20 advisors all over the world. Again, these advisors are very well established people in those countries. They have a true liking, genuine liking for social work, and involved in helping out people. So they are as it is handling, and they will be very proactively involved in this particular work. Within India, we want to do this movement of positivity, and our again method is train, teach, and transform.
Okay.
And we need people to be trained at grassroots level. We also need to train people at the leadership level.
Very correct.
Leadership doesn't mean only political leadership. Even industrial leadership needs to be trained in human values. Profiteering in the world, profiteering can't sustain the planet. And it's very clear now. Correct. It might have sustained early 20th century or late 19th century, or even till end of 20th century. But now profiteering alone and exploitation of natural resources is not going to work.
Very
Politicians, cultural leaders, social leaders, even religious leaders need training. And this training will be sort of kind of teaching them basic human values. Okay. And how really it fits into the constitutional framework that we have. If our MLAs are not trained, our MPs are not trained, if our cultural leaders are not trained, then they can, with all their empowerment, they can bring negativity to life and society. And sometimes we see it around us.
Yeah, so I absolutely agree on that.
Our effort is give people joy of working, wherever they are, at grassroots level, in some creative manner. Our 3 principles that we follow of any, there is a criteria for positivity.
Okay.
How do you really identify whether a person or organization is positive or not? So the first one is creativity. There has to be a creativity. Second one is, with just creativity won't do. There has to be a constructive approach. Right. Second and third one is compassion. That is inclusivity. Mm-hmm. If one of them is missing, then the person might be outstanding, organization might be excellent, but they're not really on the positive track. And these 3 values fit in very well with justice, freedom, and equality. And these 3, justice, freedom, and equality, fit very well in Satyam, Shivam, and Sundaram.
Okay.
Satya has to be bring equality.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom is really Sundaram. That is, it's beautiful.
Right.
Shivam is justice. Justice is sacred. That's why it's Shivam. So that's how we work these linkages from sacred to our day-to-day life. So day-to-day life has to have creative approach, constructive approach, and compassionate approach. So in this, there is a lot of place like Silver Age, Utopian, who can contribute effectively for social cause, and knowing fully well how Pinal and her team is passionate about helping others. I'm sure in future she will be able to do a wonderful work of social service.
Well, Dr. Mulay, what you shared with us just now is amazing. This is absolutely amazing, the way you have, identified the problems, connected with people, and utilized your professional network to bring about a change. I would really like to congratulate you. And also, I sincerely hope that the work that you're doing really brings about a change in India. And as you correctly said, it's not only the politicians, it's the people. And that when the people want a change and work for a change, change will come. And in this modern world, when we are digitally connected, there is no time lag. At the most, you get a few seconds of time lags when you talk digitally. So information is very important, and everybody knows everything right now. And it is across all ages. So your work has a lot of sense. And I really appreciate the work that you did for getting and reaching out to the students who were stuck in Ukraine. and the kind of work that you're doing for people of India who travel abroad for education, work, or other professional services. And when they face a challenge, I believe they would really love to know that you are there to help them out.
Sure. One must try one, and I'll continue to.
Right. So thank you very much, Dr. Mulay, for taking out some time from your busy schedule and being here with us for this very conversation.
You're most
Thank you,
welcome. Wonderful talking to you, and hope to stay connected. Namaskar.
Same here.